people doing well today? I'm Larry the Batman fan. So today we're going to be doing part 3 of the Christmas gifts. Well, most of this is Christmas gifts. We are wrapping it up with this third video. Yeah, I didn't expect it to draw into February like this, but apparently it did. I've been really tired lately. I've been working a lot, so you gotta bear with me. I did catch a nap earlier, so that helps. So I'm not as tired as I was earlier, because if I had filmed this earlier, I wouldn't have been up to it. I would have started nodding off. And then this video would have sucked. So, but yeah, I'm here. I got some socks recently from my brother. I might have shown that in part 2. They were black socks. They were short sleeve socks. And I've been enjoying those, been wearing those. And just a few days after I had gotten the majority of the stuff, this came in the mail. I still kept the factory sealed because I wanted to watch it. Wait to watch it because I wanted to show you all that I got this thing brand new. Even though I technically didn't wait for the Star Wars Rise of Skywalker thing, I opened that up, but I was looking for a movie to watch, you know what I mean? Anyways, we got it right here. We got Tron Ares right here. Factory sealed, brand new. It's nice to have this because this is one that I wanted. Came out in January, so nice to have this movie on DVD. I definitely am looking forward to watching this movie and checking it out because I've seen the other two and I enjoyed the other two. So, nice to watch this and see what I think of it. Some people have said that it sucks. Well, I heard one person say it sucked and it was corny, but I haven't heard many people say that it was bad or anything like that, so I can't always believe what people say, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's a good movie, and well, I'm sure it will be a good movie, and I'm looking forward to watching this movie. So, it was like the last gift I got from my brother. And for John, I finally got some of his stuff. I got the comic books in the mail recently, although I did pay for another comic book lot. So one of these, well, there's 20, but I bought one separately, or one or two of them separately. So we'll just say 22 that I purchased, and then the rest of it was pretty much free. So it's pretty nice, man. He sent me a bunch of comic books, a lot of good ones here that I'm going to show you guys in a minute for this Christmas video. There is some non-Christmas stuff that I could show in this video, but that's more for a pickups video. And I had said that I wanted to retire the pickups videos because I'm just getting tired of doing them. And I don't know, I'm going to think about that if I want to do a pickups video of number 23. Because there's a whole long list of other videos I'd like to do, gaming-wise, that I'd like to release. And a few more movie reviews would be nice as well. So just bear with me on that. It takes time for me to do this stuff because I work full-time outside of YouTube, so I don't have a ton of time to do this stuff. And I do want to release an album, so that's going to take up some time too. So, like I said, bear with me. Alright, so in one of the Daredevil comic books, I found a poster inside. So I thought that was pretty cool. I'm going to show you guys this poster. I can't wait to hang this up. I never had a Daredevil poster before. But in the past, as you know, I have gotten a Bloodshot poster, which is behind me, from a comic book. And there was a Batman poster on that wall that was from a comic book as well. And the Solar Man of the Atom poster is also from a comic book. So it's nice to find some comic books that had posters inside of them, because now I can put them on my wall. Alright, so let's go ahead and show you this Daredevil poster real quick. check that out. Hopefully y'all can see it. Yeah, hopefully you guys saw that. That's pretty wicked to get that. Pretty dope. Alright, now we get into the comic books that I got down below me here. There are two here that I already own that I'm just going to sell or give away. This is the first one. I have this one. It's a Batman. It's from 1980. And this is the other one that I have. I got two copies of this from the same guy, John. So, there's that, the Daredevil. There's a couple in here that I could care less about because I'm not a fan. Aquaman. Don't really give a shit about Aquaman. But it's there. I got a couple of Supermans in here too. Got Superman issue number 24 from 1993. He's trying to send me, I guess, the ones that he knew were not offensive, you know what I mean? They didn't have any of witchcraft or occultism in it or blasphemous statements against God. So he had to send me some of those, I guess, because he's got a ton of comic books that he sells, and you know, it's just a crapshoot. Like, he's got tons of shit, and some of it's good and some of it's not so good, you know, content-wise. We have the New Warriors in here from the early 90s. Got that right in there. And there's also some cards, apparently, right here. That's pretty cool. I'll have to check that out. Some of these he has the sleeves for, and others he doesn't. I don't know why he doesn't have the sleeves for all of them. Thanos right there. Got Thanos. I'm going to put these on the floor here. You got one called North Star. I'm just going to say the names and keep moving because this will take all day if I start like pulling out pages and telling you what the storyline's about and all that other crap. It just takes too much time. We got Micronauts. But like I said, the majority of these are Christmas gifts. They are indeed Christmas gifts, most of them. Marvel Tales starring Spider-Man. We got a 40-cent one right there. That's an old one, probably from the late 70s. We got a Marvel double feature featuring Captain America and Iron Man, which is pretty cool. I like both of them. Pretty awesome to have that. Then we got a Fallen Angels comic book, which I'm not too familiar with, but it looks like it's from the late 80s. Possibly early 90s. So there's one that I definitely paid for. The Crusaders first issue. I paid like 10, 11 bucks for it. Got it right there. From the early 90s. So nice to have that. Never had a Crusaders comic book before. Here's one I gotta put a piece of tape on. Here's one I gotta put a piece of tape on because there's no tape on it. But it's a Captain America right here. Issue number 36. I'm not sure what year it's from though. Got an Iron Man comic book from the early 90s right here. We have an Iron Man comic book, which I think is a more recent one. It says $2.99. So it's probably early 2000s or something, because now they're like $3.99 to $4.99 a comic book. Got a Teen Titans comic book right here. Got that. Pretty cool. We've got an X-Men comic book from the early 90s. Right there. Nice to have that. We got the Fighting American, which I've never heard of this one before. Nice to have that there. Fighting American. Looks like it's from the early 90s. I have another one I've never heard of before, but it's made by Marvel Comic Books, and it's called Force Works. Force Works right there, folks. Pretty cool. Then we have something called Grimjack Starslayer, which I've never heard of this one before in my life. Nice to have that though. It looks like it's from the 80s or something. Let's see. I was right. It's from 1983, November 1983. So early 80s. So I get a lot of 1980s, not a lot of 1990s and 2000s comic books. Every now and then I get some from the 50s and 60s, but that's about the furthest back that I get. I can't find them from like the 1920s, 1930s, because they cost a hell of a lot of money, you know what I mean? I got a Superman comic book, issue number 500, and it's got like a hologram or something on the front. It doesn't look holographic. I mean, I can see it's Superman on the front, and he's reaching out to grab somebody's hand or something to save their life or whatever. There it is right there. You can tell it's 90s when they have a baseball and football game. It looks like that. So it's early 90s. So, but it does hurt that I'm not a Superman fan. I never was a fan of Superman. I thought Superman really sucks. But the gesture is still nice. The Legend of the Shield. Impact Comics. I've never had one of these before in my life, but now it's nice to have that and the Crusaders comic book. I have been collecting the Jaguar comic books as of lately. I like the Jaguar female superhero. It's actually pretty good. So it is nice to have those too. So I'm starting to get into Impact comic books, which I never grew up on reading them or Image or Valiant as a kid, or even Malibu comic books or Comico. So it's nice that I've discovered more comic book characters, so that way I can see if I actually like them or not. You know what I mean? Got a couple of Avengers comic books here. We got one that looks relatively recent. It's like probably 2010s or something. But it's nice to have that there. It says $2.99 on it, so maybe it's from like 2008 or something. But it's nothing super old. You know it's not super old because it's not one of those Avengers comic books that says 50 cents on it or 75 cents on it. So it's definitely from like 2006, 2007, 2008, something like that. Maybe 2009. Legion of the Superheroes. I have a couple of these. It's nice to have this one though. I didn't have this one in my collection, so it's early 90s because you got Batman Returns on the back, but that's still pretty cool to have that. I've got a couple of those. That might be my fifth one, I think. I have a new Avengers comic book here. This one doesn't. Oh no, I'm wrong. This one does show the price on it, $3.99. So this one's probably from the 2010s. Let's see what year is this one from? It says 2010. So that must have been the year when they started charging $3.99 instead of $2.99 for comic books. But everything's been going up. Prices of groceries have gone up. Last time I got my grocery stuff, I got some stuff off of Amazon and Whole Foods because Amazon is partnershiped with Whole Foods. And then I had to get some stuff at Market 32, which is down the road here, and spent about $400. It's crazy. It's easy to blow through money really fast if you're not careful and you're not aware. You'll be like, damn, what the hell happened here? How the hell did I go through all this money? You know what I mean? And then you're like, wow, I spent on this, and this. Just crazy. Goes quick. Green Goblin, which I assume has something Spider-Man in it. It might have Spider-Man fighting Green Goblin. It also got Rhino on the front, I see. So, pretty cool. And this is probably early 90s, late 80s, around that time, because you could tell. I mean, yeah, it's definitely an older one. It says $2 on the front, so I assume it's probably 96 or 97, something like that. That's around the time. That's around the time it started charging that much. $2 a comic was around 96, 97, 98, around that time. Justice Society of America. I assume it's a spin-off of Justice League. It's so nice to have that. It looks like it's from the 70s or something. 35-cent one. Another 35-cent one, Commandy or Commandy. That's probably from the 70s, so nice to have that. Got another comic book from Impact Comics. It's issue number 5 right here, so nice to have that. Look at that. Got, whoa. Got Road Warrior Hawk and Road Warrior Animal on the back, so that's how you know it's old. Yeah, rest in peace to Hawk. He died. I'm not sure if Animal is still alive. Last I remember, he was still alive, but Hawk died. Rest in peace. We lost Hulk Hogan a year ago, or a year and a half ago, so he's gone now too. All these old wrestlers, they're all dying, man. Macho Man Randy Savage is gone. Eddie Guerrero passed away. And you had that guy that killed his wife and his son and then hung himself. That was Chris Benoit, that guy. Just sick and sad, man. Razor Ramon is also gone. There's just so many wrestlers that have passed away. Umaga passed away, Shad from Crime Time. Yeah, he's dead too because he drowned. So, sad, very sad. I got a Firestorm here. We got issue number 9. So, I gotta get to read the Firestorm comic books because he sent me like 13 or 14 actually I think it was about 16 or 17 of them that he had sent me when we did a trade, although I sent 3 of them back to him because I felt like the trade needed more variety, so I still kept like 13 of them, and then I gave one to Zach, so actually I was left with 12 of them, so this will make 13. Alright, next up we have is a Justice League comic book right here from the early 90s. Nice to have that. Classics Illustrated here, which is from the 50s, I believe, or early 60s. These are really old ones, real old, like we're talking like 50, 60 years ago, like holy shit. But yeah, I have it in my collection, pretty cool. Got a couple of those. Really the only complaint I have here is, why didn't he put them in the damn sleeves? Like they should go in the sleeves, John. Come on, man. Gotta keep them protected from getting all banged up and torn. You know, gotta have the sleeves with them. But yeah, here's the treasure chest. You got that one right there. That's issue number 17 is volume 1. I've had a couple of these in the past. I've had like 5 or 6 of these, so and they were all from him too. So nice to have that. Check it out. I haven't had a chance to read any of the treasure chest ones yet, to be honest with y'all. They're not on the top of my list to read. They're not like Daredevil, Batman, Spider-Man, Thor, the Magdalena, the Incredible Hulk, and Iron Man, and Captain America, things like that, the Avengers. They're not on my top priority list. Time Twisters, which I see is a Quality Comics. I've gotten a couple of these from him in the past. Got Judge Anderson from him in the past. So, and I've also gotten a Halo Jones from him, a Slain, a Rogue Trooper or two, excuse me, and a Strontum Dog, and I think I got a Judge Dredd from him before too. You can see because it shows it on the back here. Those are all the comic books that they produced. Although Judge Dredd, I'm pretty sure Judge Dredd is produced by something else now, since I don't think Quality Comics is still around. You know, a lot of these comic book companies have died off. Like Dell is no longer around either. I don't think Malibu Comics is still around. And they had that one comic book company called Defiance that definitely ceased productions over a lawsuit from Marvel. So they're gone too. You know, it's basically just Image. I know that Dark Horse is still around. DC and Marvel. It's like four or five comic book companies left. The rest of them are just dead. Legend of the Shield, we got another one, issue number 7 right there. It's nice to have that. And we're almost done. Got Scout right here. So I've had a couple of these from him in the past. I got another Scout, Eclipse Comics, number 13. See, Eclipse, are they even around? Let me know in the comment section below what companies are still around, because as far as I know, there's only 4 or 5. Alright, well actually we got one more stack here and then we can end the video for Christmas gifts and stuff. Like I did say to you all earlier in the video, most of these were Christmas gifts. He had to find something else he could give me because the original box was lost or stolen, and it's unfortunate because he had movies and games and lots of other cool shit that he was going to send me, and he sent it out, but apparently it got stolen. Something happened during it being sent to me, and that's why I never got it on time, because some jackass has stole the items he had for me. He probably had some DVDs too for me. I'll never get that package though, since that happened. So this is how he made up for the losses with comic books, which is cool because I do like comic books. I got a ton to read now though, so I don't really need to buy anymore. When I got a box behind me that I have only read like a few of them, and I got 3 boxes over to my left by my game shelves. I haven't read very many of them, so I've got tons. I'm good on comics. I also got a box right here full of comics I haven't read. So I'm just overloaded with entertainment right now. This one's a World War Hulk. Looks like it's from the early 2000s. No, actually late 2000s, I think. 2010s or something right there. But there it is right there. You can see. So, nice to have that. Then we got another X-Men right here. Astonishing X-Men. Nice to have that. And pictures like that. Gotta sound like Acid Roots. And pictures like that. And pictures like that. Gotta sound like the Steve Urkel. And pictures like that. Steel. Shaquille O'Neal was in this movie still. I heard it sucked. It's not a very good superhero movie, but wonder how the comic books are. I've got a couple of these. Hopefully they're good. Seems like everything Shaquille O'Neal did that wasn't like in the rap world. I mean, his rap career failed, but there was still some songs that I could like vibe to. And the basketball, he pretty much sucked at everything else he's done. You know, it's unfortunate. Let's see, we got Batman Turning Points. So it's nice to have that. I never had this one before, so it's pretty cool. I think this is from the early 2000s or something. It says 250 on the front, so yeah, I think it is from the early 2000s, like 2001 or 2002 or something. Got another Avengers comic book right here. Got that. We got a Harbinger comic book right here, and that is issue number 20 right there that we have from the early 90s. We have an Invaders comic book. This is a 35-cent one. It's probably from the early 70s right here. We got that. Got that right there. Pretty cool. Never had an Invaders comic book before. Let's see, we're at 27 minutes, so this is going to be a long one. Probably about 35-40 minutes. Generation X right here. I've got one Generation X. When I went to Nebraska, I picked up a Generation X comic book, but this is my second one, so now I have two in my collection now. Nice to have that. It's not one that I've had before. I have really never had too many Generation X comic books, so it's pretty cool. I have a second one in there to read. Okay, you got Spider-Man and Venom Separation Anxiety for Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis on the back. That's pretty cool because that's pretty good game. Yeah, I've got a Fantastic Four comic book here. Pretty cool. Looks like it's from the early 90s, mid-90s, something like that. Yeah, mid-90s. This is 1995 on the front, so. Got another X-Men comic book here. This one's a 3, January 3, issue number 3, I mean. Looks like this one was only $1, so it's from the early 2000s or something. You got some of the X-Men characters on the back. Look at Juggernaut's on the back right there. Got another Iron Man right there. This one has a sleeve, so that's good. That's a plus. They should all have the sleeves, John. Come on, man. What are you doing? I sent you some sleeves, man. Do I need to send you some more sleeves? You should have sleeves for all of these things, man. All of them. I have 4,000 or 5,000 comic books, but shit, man. Shit, man, you need to get some more. Words. That way when you sell them, you have all the sleeves with them. Archer and Armstrong. There's another X-Men here. This one's $1.25 one, so it's from the early 90s, obviously. Yeah, it's nice to have that. And pitches like that. Conan the Barbarian right there. Hawk and Dove on the front. DC. Flow-Negated Man. Never heard of this one before, but it looks like it's from the early 90s. I know that because of the Smash TV on the back. Just came out in the early 90s. That stack right there is getting pretty high, so I might just have to just move this over a little bit and put it on the floor. Justice League Task Force. We got another Justice League right there from the early 90s. Quasar right there is the back. Don't think I showed the back of this one. Go ahead and show the back of this Justice League here. And then we got Ryan the Future Force right here. Ryan the Future Force. happy, CRT gamer? I blew my nose into the microphone. Are you fucking happy? Stupid. Wants me to do this stupid crap. Here we have a Superman and Shazam right there. There's the back. Another Daredevil right here. We got another Eclipse comic. We got Crossfire right here. Hopefully Zach D's Production has checked this video out. And hopefully Zach Attack CEOs will be checking this video out as well, and others. And also, if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It'll help me out greatly. I'm trying to get to 400 subscribers. So be sure to hit that subscribe button for me, please. Thank you. And click the notification bell. Spider-Woman right here, which I never read. And then you got that on the back. Alright, let's finish this up. We got Justice right here. Here's a Daredevil comic book right there. It's the same issue as the one I showed earlier in this video. It's a duplicate. Got an X-Men comic book right here. Whoops. Got an Invincible Iron Man right there. Got Guardians of the Galaxy right there. Batman. Squadron Supreme. I got a Scout again. This one's issue number 22 of Scout. I have an X-Men right here with Cyclops on the front. I got one I never really heard of before. It says Star Jammers on it, but it has an X-Men logo on the front. I don't know if that's part of the X-Men universe or what the hell it's from, but here it is. You have a Green Lantern right there. USA Agent right there. Howard the Duck right there. Got a Spider-Man right here. It's got Carnage on the front. Pretty cool to have that. Supervillains team up. Modu's 11 or Modoc's 11. Got a Superman and Batman and the Outsiders right here from the early 70s, I believe, or early 80s. Got the Punisher right here. We got this Wolverine comic book right here. Got a Green Lantern here, and this one's issue Not sure what issue that is. Doesn't say on the front. Probably says it in the actual book. And the copyright date that it came out. This one's a Green Lantern. It's issue number 3, and it's from 2005. Right there. 2005. Yep. There's a preview for Mech Assault 2 on Xbox. The original Xbox. I have that game. Got another Green Lantern here. This one's issue number 180, and it's from 2004. October 2004, right there. And we have another Green Lantern here, which is 181. It's from November of 2004. And we got another Green Lantern here, which is from 2005, I believe, and it's 164 right there. I guess we're finishing this off this time with Green Lantern stuff, because we got 161 from May 2003. Okay, so the other one was actually from 2003 as well. Sorry about that. The print is so small. I don't have the greatest eyesight for that, for small print. It throws me off a little. Bear with me. Sorry about that. I got Green Lantern. This is issue number 160, so I know it's from 2003. So I guess he sent me a set in order. And then the last one we have here is Green Lantern Rebirth. And it's from 2004, and it looks like it's issue number 1. Right there. And that's all of the Christmas gifts that I got for Christmas, even though they didn't arrive on time. There will not be a 4th part to this video, because I pretty much got everything that I think I'm going to receive for Christmas this year. But I thank you to everyone that gave me a Christmas gift. It meant a lot to me. And I do appreciate John's gestures for these comic books. It definitely is awesome. You rock, homeboy. You rock. Anyways, if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Be sure to click the notification bell. Be sure to thumbs up the video as well. Do all sorts of gaming related videos. Besides that, we also do comic book related videos. We do music videos and movie reviews, and we occasionally talk about religion on the channel as well. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And Larry the Batman Fan signing off. Peace.